Wood can hit that three and does. Wow.
Katlyn Wood for three.
Very pretty shot.
Let's talk about Monroe, first of all.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a really small town, about 2,000 people. My high school, I had 76 people in my class. It's Prairie City Monroe High School, and it's made up of obviously Prairie City and Monroe, and then a little town Reasoner that has about 200 people in it. My mom is actually the elementary PE teacher, and there's 2 elementaries, so every other day she's in one building and then she switches to the other. And my dad works at Helicorp building windows. What I want to do is, I'm exercise science here, so my ultimate goal someday would be to own my own physical therapy clinic. So that's my ultimate goal, is to do that.
You come here from Des Moines Area Community College, and what made you go the junior college route out of high school?
I just thought that I could receive better offers than I was getting, and so I chose DMAC because I felt like Coach Craftston would help me get to the level that I wanted to be at. Plus, I know I just feel like it was a better transition for me because I was not wanting to leave home. I wanted to be close, and so DMAC only being an hour away was a distance where I could be by myself and have the college experience, but I knew that my family was always there for me.
Yeah, did that work out okay? Did it kind of give you what you were looking for?
It did. I had the best experience at DMAC. Just looking to have that same experience here, that's for sure.
How's it been so far? I mean, it's a college with a reputation of high academics. Basketball's always been very good. And, was that a little, I don't know, intimidating, or have you handled that okay?
The school aspect was intimidating, that's for sure. High school, you know, I always had good grades. I didn't really have to work for them. At DMAC, it was still kind of that transition. It wasn't very hard, and it was easy for me there too. And then I came to Jewell, and they're very high academically, and it was just a complete difference because I was having to study way more than I was. I was taking classes that were kicking my butt, and Coach was always asking me, "How's your physics going? How's your physics?" Well, that's the best C that I've ever gotten in my life is physics. So, I mean, I think I adjusted well. It was different. I had early morning practices at all the schools I've been to, but I've never had 5:30 a.m. practice, 3 times a week, twice a week. So being able to do that and then going straight from class and then having another, not having a break until the very end of my day, that was definitely a transition that I was having to go through.
Yeah, for folks who don't know, talk a little bit about the reasons why you had to practice at 5:30 in the morning.
Well, it kind of just was with everyone's schedule. There were people who had night classes, and we couldn't find a day during the time where everyone had off, so it was just easier to get everyone there at 5:30 in the morning.
You guys spent some time during this startup of the second semester out in elementary schools reading this week. What's that been like for you?
It's been good. It's great to see new places in Liberty that I haven't been to, or go and see those kids that I haven't been able to interact with before, and just have a good time and let them ask questions of anything and everything that they want to know. And it's great just to be able to be a role model for them, to be someone that they can look up to, and hope, give them a dream someday.
What were some of the questions that you got asked?
Little things, just like what do we do in practice, or what our favorite things are, and favorite basketball teams. And there was a little boy today, he was a 5th grader, and he was a huge basketball person, so he was asking how many assists we average and how many points we average, and Jesse Wheeler and I just looked at each other like, I don't really know, but it was great to see somebody who's so enthusiastic about the game and be able to relate it to us, even though we're so much older than he is.
Inside Wood, good move underneath, and finally one drops for her.
My role has changed so much coming to William Jewell. At DMAC, I had to score 15 points, and coming here and playing with people who, like Cassie Nicolay, who is a beast inside, and I don't even know how she scores, with all those people on her, and Chelsea Meeks, who gets people the ball. There's never a time where I don't have confidence in my teammates, and I just think my role has changed a little bit, and that's perfectly fine with me. It's just a transition still, and some days I'll have the best game and I'll be the one who is making all the points, you know, and there's days where I feel like I don't help out the team at all, you know, and you just have those. But you know, shots will, everyone has ups and downs with their shots and stuff like that, so I think it's just a day-by-day thing.
6'1" sophomore. And Wood free underneath on the pass from Wheeler.
The scoring thing was really hard for me at first because I was like used to being the go-to person, and I just think being a leader out on the floor, and I know that it kind of sounds kind of weird because this is my first year here and there's people who have played here before, but just having everybody involved in things, and somebody's having a bad day, you know, or something like that, just trying to pick them up, and even if scoring isn't on, just doing the other little things like getting people the ball when they're open or rebounding or just little things like that. I think it just kind of depends on the situation and the game we're in.
Sounds like you might have put a little bit of maybe too much pressure on yourself at the beginning. Is that fair to say?
Yes, that is definitely fair to say. Just wasn't doing what I wanted to do, and that was with the whole role change thing, and I just wasn't used to that, but I think got it under control these days.
You know, one of the things that I've seen that's really amazing is your ability to bring the ball up the court, stop and shoot. You really do that well. Where have you learned that skill?
It's just something that I've picked up, like I used to be the person who would do that and drive into the basket, and then somebody would take a charge, and I just found that over the years that being able to stop right away and be able to take that shot is a thing that everyone should have a little bit of ability in, and I work on it. We work on it in practice and stuff like that, and it's just something that kind of feels natural to me to do.
What's the thing that people don't know about being a college athlete that maybe you'd want them to know?
That it's a lot. I mean, they know that it's a lot of hard work, but I don't think people realize how much hard work goes into it. Like, we're up really early, we have class all day, and if we're not in class, we're getting in trouble and have to run for it, you know? And so, like, there's not a time where we're not busy. And I don't think people realize how busy we really